Iman said, okay, what did 7 early bird tickets left? I think Iman posted. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 7 tickets early of the early bird are left. So again, the event live meetup seminar we're doing is, which is really going to be the first of future ones, by the way. But it is February the 5th. We're going to be doing the same things that we do on the live, but with more intention. We're going deeper and we're sharing stories, sharing experiences, sharing energy, because, community and stuff is very important. And yeah, Miss XO said, wait, where are the tickets on sale? Link in my bio is actually at the top. What's the seminar about? Well, the title of it is called Journey into Divine Union, right? We're doing the same things that we do on these TikTok lives. We're discussing the masculine, feminine energies, interacting, that union that you need within yourself and also in relationships that creates better sense of fulfillment and better alignment in relationships. Alicia, where are you from? Miss XO said, thanks, I'll check it out. And so far, someone is actually coming from America, I believe, to come all the way to the event. 137. That's a very, I don't know what you mean, but you said, honest to God question, what's wrong with men and why did they act like that? Act like what exactly? I don't know what you mean. Jody, what's going on? Corolla said, where you from? I'm from London. Where you from? BT, you said, thank you for explaining and very interesting. Definitely looks like a custom piece. Yeah, because it's not custom, but actually, my mum got this for my birthday because she obviously knows that I'm into boxing and stuff, but she's the one that put my nan's ashes into it. Sun Snitch said, lovely necklace. I didn't know that you can have your loved ones inside. Great idea. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Jody Sarah said, what do you talk about on your lives? Well, usually we talk about the masculine and feminine energies, both within us and uniting it with another person when we're in relationships, right? So it's about healthy relationships, healthy perspectives, coming back to nature's true intentions. So, like, for example, yesterday, what was we talking about? We was talking about society's influence on relationships and your perspectives on relationships. Before we was talking about how men and women are really supposed to appreciate each other rather than all of this conflict that's going on, cooperation rather than conflict. What else have we spoken about? We've spoken about the day before, we were saying, can you turn a player or a HO into marriage material? So we talk about different stuffs, but it's usually about the unity of the masculine and feminine. What side of London, Remus? I'm from the south side of the river. What about you? Sun Snitcher, it's a protective grandma with you, for sure. She was very protective, actually, but in a healthy way. Faze from West London. Jody said, yes, TikTok brought me here for a reason. Facts, the algorithm is doing the right thing then. So, Jody, are you into that sort of stuff? One of the first lives we was doing, or that I did, is we were speaking about the fact that you don't need to be toxic. You don't need to be toxic. You can get the same level of stimulation in relationships whilst being healthy, and it's even better. Mo said, South is a different world. I'm from Northwest London. I'm literally from the other side of you. It's crazy. You're from is it like Wembley, Edgware, all of those sides? Hold on. But today, the topic is, what is the topic today? We're talking about the importance of mental alignment when it comes to relationships. Faye said, why won't you bring people up? Now, actually, you mean on this? Because we've had people up. Remember, I upload the lives on YouTube right after. So you see people come up, but you can come up later. I'll invite you up later if you want. But we're going to be speaking about the importance of seeking mental alignment in relationships and having the dating perspective of, okay, I'm not just trying to align bodies, I'm not just trying to align emotions, but I'm also trying to align minds. Alicia said, is it a mix of men and women both speaking at the seminar? Well, the next one that we're doing, well, of course, it's going to be me speaking and perhaps someone else. Maybe it'll be Aman. All right, she's in the chat. But there's going to be a heavy perspective on everyone sharing their experiences and their perspectives. So it's not just going to be me speaking. It's like a good conversation between us, because the way I see it is we're together trying to find truth. Do you get what I'm saying? And I always have the mindset of we're stronger together than apart. So if we treat it like we're all bringing our minds together to come to truth, that's a much better way to think of it. Health is wealth from a generational aspect, for sure. Miss Exo said, hope it doesn't turn into a therapy session. Well, of course, people are free to share, but that's why it's always good for someone to guide things, right? Guide sessions or events, so that it doesn't go to one way or the other, But just so that there's an engaging feel to it, rather than someone just speaking at you the entire time. Makes it interesting. Maybe we'll have a little debate between people, different perspectives. I like that. But therapy sessions, no, just do a one-on-one with me instead. I'll listen to you. Hope it. Wait, hold. Stop. Faye, you said stop being selective. What do you mean? You always got to be selective in life, actually. You always got to be selective. That's kind of what we're going to talk about today, in a way. But I have a question for you guys, all right? Oh, I'm getting buzzed. Did France score or something? But Mo says therapy session doesn't sound bad, to be honest. Well, definitely, if what we're doing can have a healing effect on people, that's always good. But I think it said, again, England lost. Did we lose? But of course, if we can have a healing effect, that's better than many other experiences that you're going to have. But that's just not just what it's going to be about. But we want people to share. We want people to feel comfortable. We want people to feel like it's a safe space, and so on. It only gets bad when it's like one person kind of takes it over, makes it about them. But apart from that, everyone gets their chance to share. But I have a question for you guys, right? In your past experiences, when it came to dating, when it comes to relationships, right? Do you feel like you've exercised the mindset of wanting to mentally align rather than just physically align or emotionally align? Have you actually had the mindset of, hey, if I'm physically into this person but not mentally into them, it's not good enough? Or maybe it doesn't matter to you. Alita has just stepped in the room. Everyone say hi to Alita. What's going on, Alita? I was just asking, right? When you're dating and you're in relationships, do you feel like you're doing a very good job of seeking mental alignment with the other person? Miss Chris said, yes, I've been on this journey for a while. Letitia said, only recently since I've been doing therapy myself and I've been understanding myself better. So it sounds like understanding yourself better has made you understand what you need in relationships. Is that the case? Hold on. I'm too much, man, cannot match me, so I won't let myself love them. What do you mean? Hold on. Miss XO said, that's true. We can't be the best versions of ourselves if we can't bring out our full selves. That's interesting. Lily said, oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. Thank you, Lily. How are you? Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. Shan said, yeah, I can't get into someone unless there is a mental connection. Okay. Have you always been like that? Letitia, baby, or Letitia, is that how I say your name? You said mental connections are more important than sex sure connections to me. I don't say the word because I don't know if TikTok, ban you from going on live or whatever. Lily said, I carried them, sick of it, so single now. Fixing them can break you up. Fixing them can break you though, okay? But would that be a case of you not mentally aligning properly? Because if you're conscious of these things, are you taking them into consideration when you're picking people? Miss XO said 100% yes. So she cares about the mental alignment. And she said, that's why I'm single. I look for deeper connection, past looks, past materialistic things. T said, I'm scared to get into a relationship, even though I feel like I've met a good guy. It's interesting. Jasmine said, I've learned that the best connection is spiritual. Okay, we're going to talk about that too. Sylvie said, all the men in my street are very emotional right now. I hope this game... Oh, you talk about the football match. Isn't it finishing now? Letitia, yes, exactly. And I understand the other person's mental energy can have an effect on us, negative and positively, for sure. Shan said, over like the past 3 years, where you've been focusing on mentally aligning with the people you're seeing, the more I align with myself, so the more I align with self and become more spiritual. Okay. Miss Press said, adapting to the highest alignment of self allows the proper connections to connect to you. That's very deep. Wes stepped up in the building. What's up, Wes? We was just talking about mental alignment when it comes to relationships, dating, and everything, right? And I was asking the chat, do you guys feel like you have put enough focus on mentally aligning when you're, seeing people and so on? Do you put enough focus on mentally aligning rather than just emotionally or physically aligning? Just a question for you guys. And Faye, you said something like, why won't, I assume you meant to say you, why won't you pick up already? You requested already. You can come up in a bit. Not right now, but in a bit. And the reason why I say this, right, is because especially in this culture where liberation has been allowed with almost no limits, people don't limit themselves, right? So what feels stimulating is the your genitals. That's very stimulating. Your emotions, that's very stimulating. These are things of the body, right? So people are seeking and being addicted to physical stimulation, physical connection, but they're not doing the mental connection too, the mental alignment. And even though they feel so much for a person, they're like, I'm really into this person. I'm really into this person. Why is this situation not positive? Or why is it not healthy? Or why am I not growing? Why is there no elevation here? But it's because they haven't been doing the mental alignment to do it, to go along with the physical connection. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because people don't put a huge amount of importance on that, right? They don't put that much importance on mental alignment, unity, and so on. They still have very toxic moments, despite the fact that it can be extremely physically stimulating or mentally. And when I say mentally, I mean emotionally stimulating. They have no consideration of the importance of mental alignment, right? Think of your mind like a program, because it really is a program. It's programmed for sure. Your culture can program it. Your parents can program it. You could really go in there and tweak it, but it's literally like a program. And is the program that you're running and operating on, is it on the same frequency, right, as the other person? Mo said, I've realized people aren't for me when I can't get aligned with them mentally, so it saves time. So yeah, that makes sense. Jasmine said, real talk, people are too busy investing in their vessel rather than the spiritual. It's true. A balance is so important. Miss Press said, we often collect red flags and stumble into stagnancy. If it's not growing, it has to go. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You know, many people will see red flags, but because it is emotionally stimulating, if they took their emotions out of the picture and just looked at it logically, just asking themselves, hey, does this situation mentally align, right? They'd say no, but because their emotions is too addictive, they're addicted to the idea of it being stimulating, right? They're like, no, actually, we'll ignore this red flag. And that's when you get girls trying to change a guy, right? They're like, oh, if a man really wants to do this, he will do it. You know why women say that so much? You know why women say, oh, don't ever try to change a man because if he's into blah, blah, why is that a thing? It's because they're addicted to the physical aspect in terms of the stimulation. And they're like, okay, I got the physical attraction. Let me try to mentally get him on the same page as me. I see some, what is how is it? Looking like Joshua, Muslim Anthony Joshua. That is funny. Jasmine said, or a man trying to change a woman. Well, it's interesting because women are extremely reflective, so they actually can change in many ways. Doesn't mean it should be excessive to the point where she no longer has her own personality or perspective. But many times, a girl will willingly change for a man. She just naturally likes to do it. Like as Wes said, I think if a woman truly loves her man, she will adapt to his needs. That's because she's the flow. She's the flow of the feminine, reflecting the masculine structure. But when it comes to that, she has to ask herself a very important question when it comes to mental alignment, because she has to say, is his structure worth reflecting? Because she is definitely going to reflect his structure. If he is toxic, for example, she's going to reflect it. She could have been healthy before that. She could be healthy before, but she gets with a toxic guy. She's so naturally in tune with that flow of her energy. She's going to reflect that, man. So she has to be very careful of who she's mentally aligning with. Miss XO said, P.S. England is out of the World Cup. Oh, man. All right, so I was rooting for Brazil. They're out. I wanted the one I was falling back on was, Portugal. Again, I'm rooting for them because I'm learning Portuguese. They're out. Now my country's out. All right, I hope Messi wins it or Morocco, underdogs. Mo said, if I'm trying to change a man, then he won't be the person I liked in the first place. Makes no sense. That's very mature of you to say. Because people don't even think like that. That happens so much times. A girl gets with a guy. And you know one of the reasons why? It's because there's a misalignment between her own mind and her body. So her body is into him, but her mind doesn't like the idea of him, but her body is into him. So rather than just going, you know what, let me exit this situation, get with a man who I'm mentally and physically aligned with, she will keep getting the stimulation from that guy and try to change him mentally, But then it also does something because it flips it, reverses it. She's no longer physically into that guy too. And oftentimes a woman will make a guy into what she thought she wanted, and she will lose attraction. That happens a lot. Hold on. Miss V, what's up? Lily said, nope, you're attracted to him, keep him how it is. Of course, yeah. And it's, you know what? It's about finding safety in liking him for who he is. Because if you like him like that, you like him like that. Just make sure that when you are coming mentally on one accord, that it's just in a situation where you're safe. That's it. You don't need to change him how the fantasy of your mind thinks he needs to be. Clearly, he doesn't really need changing because you're into him anyway. And a lot of the time, a woman wants to change a man based on what society has told her that man should be like, and what her friends tell her that man should be like, and so on. Miss XO said, us women think we can turn every clown into a king. Yeah, that also goes back to the flow of the feminine, that same energy which allows her to mold to the structure of her man. She tries to do the same thing. But when you try to mold a man in that way, really, you are almost playing the role of the masculine and making him feminine. So don't be surprised when he shows that he can be changed. And let's say he does, you might find him unattractive because what's happening is he's doing really what a woman would do. But more than that, it's actually a signal. Like, some girls like the idea of changing a guy, and then they stay in the situation and they think they like the guy, but they'll always complain about him. He's feminine in this way. He's not stable with his emotions. Well, he just showed you he wasn't stable when he allowed you to change him. That was actually the first sign that he wasn't stable. It's better to you get with the guy, right? See him for who he is. Both of you find a way to find safety and security in how he is, or fulfillment in how he is, and you rock with that rather than trying to change him. Many girls try to change guys. They always have reason to complain after. Olfie said, men that ask women to leave their jobs for them, thoughts. It depends on the situation. It's way too generic. And usually I don't really have thoughts on things. I just say whatever people want to do, they want to do. As long as both, if it's a fulfilling or positive outcome for both parties, then that's what they should do. It's case by case basis. But again, just a reminder for anyone who stepped in the chat, right? This is the type of stuff that we're going to be speaking about on the live event that's happening in February the 5th in London, right? The tickets to the live event, meet-up, seminar, where we're discussing this stuff, where you will be talking and meeting with other people who are also interested in this stuff, because we're all part of the same community. Yeah, that is going to be in London, February the 5th, and the link is in bio. You can get early bird tickets now. Early bird tickets. So that means it's cheaper. Okay, let's see what you guys said. Another person said England are out. Yeah. All the teams I wanted to win are out. So I'll just piggyback off Morocco, Argentina. Esperant said, I have found love on TikTok, and he said he loves me, but investment so busy, never have to video chat. Jay said, yes, John Jones. People come up in the chat, they say John Jones, Kyrie. It's crazy. Someone said Anthony Joshua earlier. Cells, did you just come in the chat after the England game? Mo said to Aman, "You are the best marketing agent I've seen on here." Props to Aman. Everyone give Aman a round of applause. She's keeping everyone updated with everything in the chat. My other mods is Miss V here. Jasmine said February 5th. Yeah, February 5th, the live meetup we're doing in London, discussing this stuff, you know. And the title of this upcoming event is called Journey into Divine Union. Hold on. Mika said England lost because of Libras. Just always this Libra slander. He's just such a hater. Mo said Reemus, she needs a raise. Definitely. Shout out to Aman. Aman is a very good mod, and I appreciate Aman. Jasmine said, you're South London. I'm South London too. Lily said, you're very clear-headed. Thank you. It's hard to find that in a man, being able to hold convo. Do you mean like a man that's clear-headed? Miss Exo said, us Libras rock, for sure. Mika said, to be fair, I wanted England to win too. Of course, it's our country. I did think France was gonna, not gonna lie, I thought France was gonna win, but obviously you hope. Miss Exo said, what date is your birthday? It's 26th of September. What's up, Lauren? How you doing? How's your day been, Lauren? And Lily said most men can't hold a conversation. Really? Is that what you is that how you see it? So yeah, Jasmine's from South London then, right? Then for sure you if you're from South London, all you need to do is get on that DLR. Then yeah, you come to the live event on February the 5th, for sure. Okay, you said they were given 2 chances and they missed. It must be God's will. It is what it is. I wanted a final where it's Argentina against Portugal. That would have been good, you know, Ronaldo versus Messi, but it is what it is. Tanya, what's up? Good evening. Tasha said, wow. What's up, Tasha? How are you? Mo said, what area is the event held in? Okay, so we have, the link is in bio if you want to book a ticket to come, right? And it's got all the information there. The only thing that hasn't been specified is just the location, right? So it's early bird tickets at the moment. But so far, it's looking like it's going to be in the Good Hotel, which is in Royal Victoria Dock. So that's like East London. And as Iman said, there's 7 early bird tickets left. Lauren Jade, you said long time no speak. Well, I hope you've been good, Lauren. Yeah, so the Good Hotel is looking where it's gonna be, but we just have to properly finalize it before I, put it up and tell you guys that for sure. Jasmine said, can I ask a question? What is the question you want to ask? Oh, Mo, you said, I work in East. The universe has aligned for me. That's perfect then. Will you be working though on the 5th? The timing is 3 to 5 p.m. But okay, guys, so we've been speaking about mental alignment, right? And one of the most important things, obviously, if you want to mental align when it comes to dating and relationships, is you don't want to be led by the body, right? You don't want your body to be leading the mind. You want your mind to be leading the body. It should be the other way around. So almost just like I said, the mind is like a program. Forget about the physical body, because many people believe we're not really interacting with these bodies anyway. These are just vessels, as someone said earlier, right? So imagine you're not in this body. Take the body out of the equation. Just take anything that the physical provides, take that out of the equation for now. What type of guy would you get? What type of guy or girl would you get with? How would the relationship look if you wasn't in bodies, but you was just a mind, a program running, trying to align on with the programming of the other person, the mental side of things? Because your mind is like a computer. That's why we can be so easily cultural programmed, right? We can be programmed just like what a computer can be, because the mind is like a computer, right? Hell's Bells, thank you for the panther. I appreciate it. And Mary sent a rose. Thank you for the roses. And if anyone sent anything before that, I appreciate that. If I forgot. Now, what else was I saying? Because I'm trying to read. I'm trying to read, and then speak at the same time. But take the physical body out of the equation. Your mind, you're trying to align with that person. It's like programming. You need to be running on the same programming if you want the highest sense of fulfillment when you're dating and in a relationship. Then look at the other aspect, which is the spiritual aspect. So someone said that earlier, right? Hey, Barry got me that woolly hat. I love that. So, yeah, the spiritual aspects of things. So imagine, take the body out of the equation again. What is happening when spirits are aligning? What is your energetic alignment like? And if that is on the same page, if that's all good, now it makes sense for us to go on to physical alignment. And you could do the other way around, but it's just that many people are doing the other way around and it's not working out for them. So perhaps maybe we should try a different way. And then I know I missed a lot of stuff. Let me scroll up. Kay said the mind is actually exactly like a computer. Yeah, it is. Everything that we as humans create was already created in nature. We're just copying it. Just like a computer has a virus, well, bodies had a virus, before. In a computer, what do? We plug in a hard drive, which holds information. That's no different to your DNA. Your DNA literally holds information. Anything that's in nature, that we've created in technology has already been created by God in nature. Hold on. Lauren said, "Oh, I also got the book. I love it so far." I love that. So Lauren got the book, Healing the Feminine Energy. Lauren, I hope you've been actually doing some of the exercises that are in the book, though, rather than just reading it. Kay said, we mimic nature. Exactly. We even use the same terminology. Nature, the human mind, and technology all work the same way. Facts. Before there was a plane, there was a bird. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. Hold on. When I know what I want. Lily said, when I know what I want and I know they can't give me it, I don't reply back. Makes sense. Why waste time? Okay, Letitia said, I feel communication and openness is key. A lot of people can't communicate. This is so key because how can you align if you don't have good communication? So that's one of the reasons why people do say communication. Communication is the tool which allows you to have an idea here and transmit that idea to another person. I know we take that for granted, but that is crazy when you think about it. It's crazy that I'm just saying sounds and the idea that I have in my head and I'm able to create that reality that is in here in your head. That's actually crazy. So when it comes to mental alignment, it's the same thing. You engage in communication so that you can take the programming which is in your head or in your mind, and you can help bring the other person to that understanding, and you do it together. We take it for granted, but it's powerful. It's actually powerful. And Shant, hey, Mary got a reindeer. Thank you. I appreciate it. And people say communication, communication, communication. But many people aren't good at communication. Let's just be real. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Letitia said, like, communicating feelings too. People find it hard to say, I didn't like that behavior, and others can't take hearing. Oh, can't take hearing it. Fair enough. Because that's like Shan said, communication and comprehension. It goes back to what I'm saying. Well, you can have an idea, you transmit it, but the other person doesn't want to receive it. The transmission of the information was denied because they're not a good listener, and they're not good at comprehending also, understanding it. It's very key. Lauren said, you've been trying to do the exercises in the book. And by the way, if anyone does want to check out my book, it's called Healing the Feminine Energy and the Wounds of Your Inner Child. Then you can go to the link in my bio. But also, me and Aman, she's in the chat, we co-authored a book called 5 Things Hurting Your Femininity. And that's also in the link in my bio. And that's that book is for free, actually. Yeah, Jasmine said, why people ain't communicating properly because they don't listen. Hold on. Why people ain't because people don't listen. So there's actually 6. I can't remember who the study was by, but there was a book I was reading, right? And I mean, read many books like this, but there was one in particular that was about communication in marriages, with a focus on having healthy communication when it comes to disagreements. And it was like 6 stages. I know it's prominent in psychology, but I can't remember exactly who it was by, but it's like there's 6 aspects to communication. And it's not just you speaking. That's just one part of it. But it's also to do with it being received properly and then understood and then, internalized, rather than you just hearing it and that's it. No, have you actually listened to it? Did you have the intentions to listen to that information? It has a big effect. And this is the stuff that people are missing, right? They're missing it when they're liking someone. So yeah, the sex was very good. Bedroom activities got you sprung, all of that. But are you picking up on their perspectives when it comes to this stuff? So yeah, you was just checking if they was good in bed. You was just checking if you just have fun, right? If you can have fun with them, you was just checking for that. Now it comes to disagreements, and now you're arguing, and then now you realize, oh, there's a lot of dysfunction here. I always say, you actually don't need to argue in a relationship. Did you know that? Like ever, you actually don't ever need to argue. It's not a necessity. People think it's a necessity because everyone else is doing it, but you actually don't need to. Hold on, let me go back. Because I know Mo stepped in the room. He said, sorry, I'm late watching the game. Yeah, I know everyone was watching the game, coming in here saying, oh yeah, England lost. Wes said, do you think nowadays men aren't able to communicate their preferences because of the cancel culture that we have? It makes sense because the feminine, one of the components of the feminine is sensitivity. We are living in a day and age where the feminine energy is actually excessive, right? And also out of balance. So what you're seeing is widespread sensitivity, and you're seeing that when people feel rejected, especially because many people are wounded and stuff, many people aren't able to separate someone else's preferences from it relating to themselves. So when they hear that, they get offended, and now they're like, oh, blah, 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 and they shame this and shame that. A guy could say he doesn't like a certain thing, but a woman who feels like she's being attacked because she's being sensitive and she's coming from a wounded place, now she has to shame that rather than just accepting it and being okay. But there has to be a level of detachment. And that detachment comes from confidence in yourself. I don't feel like any of us should expect that everyone should like us. That's ridiculous. Lily's in the chat. What's up, Lily? Jasmine said, you're right about the 6 stages. Miss XO said, yes, developing the message, encoding the message, decoding, and feedback. Can't remember the other, but yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll talk about that on February the 5th. So if you guys come February the 5th to the live event, that's most likely in East London. Tickets, link in bio. Maybe that'll be one of the things we go through. Sheena said, I would go for a walk instead of arguing. Well, that's, if you know your, what triggers you, which is also an extremely important part of making sure that you don't go into conflict and disrespectful disagreements, then yeah, go for that walk. But I'm saying you can just still communicate and it'll be healthy. Thank you, Lily, for the, she gave me hot chocolate and panettone. Is that what it is? Panettone. Paige, what's up? Sheena, how's it going? He said, hello, sir. Hold on. Hey, Lily's getting me a magic elf dust. Also, you know what I'm going to do? That just reminded me, right? TikTok just done a feature where you can do exclusive lives. So we're going to do exclusive lives through, it's like a TikTok subscription type of thing. And everyone who's a subscriber will do exclusive lives, because on these ones, I'm not giving out the secrets, we could say. That's got to be for the exclusive people. That's exclusive information. So everyone who signs up to be a subscriber, we'll do a separate live where we go even deeper into the topics after like the public live, if that makes sense. Hold on, let me go back. I missed some comments. Lauren said, too many people like that don't connect spiritually and emotionally. Facts. And again, remember, one of the things that stop people from being able to mentally align is because they're thinking so much with the body, right? A lot of people let their genitals make the decision. They let their genitals make the decision, and it's crazy. You a man, and you letting your D make decisions for you. It's crazy. We've all done it. I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. But yeah, it doesn't end up as well as if you let the mind dictate rather than your D. And the same thing with girls. Jade, thank you for the rose. Or 5 roses. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy as well because, again, you could just go, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of a taste, right, of that person. All of a sudden you're a little bit hooked now. And then you're making considerations, or you're compromising on things that you know you shouldn't compromise on. Certain qualities in a person you're looking for, that you're compromising because, you know, the bedroom activity is good, or you just think they look good. All these superficial things. Maybe it's outside the bedroom too. Maybe it's just you like the idea of the activities that you're doing, right? I guess if you're a girl, you like, let's say, a guy that takes you to places that you think are extremely lovely, but you're still not checking for mental alignment. I was doing a one-on-one with someone. It was a couple months ago, I believe. And we was talking about the things, because she felt like she was attracting the wrong type of guy. And we was going through that, right? We was talking about that. And one of the things I was asking her is, what are you looking out for when you're getting with a guy, right? And she said, when she listed things that the guy does for her. And that's not a bad thing, right? It's not actually a bad thing. What's up, Conrad? How you doing? But it's not a bad thing that she's looking out for, the things that the person is doing in terms of effort and what he's doing for her. But I also said, you know what? You didn't actually talk about the traits of the man outside of you and him. So it's easy for you to get addicted to that experience because you're so focused on what he's doing for you, and it's just when you think of him as, hey, he does this for me, he does this for me, he does this for me. You're almost getting addicted to the value of the activities rather than who the guy actually is. Who is he as a person? And she had never thought about it until I said, "Good evening, Helen. What's up?" Hold on. Putin said, "I'm crying." We lost. That is funny. You said, Wes said, I think that's why men stay with physically attractive girls, even though mentally there's nothing. Facts. And you know what's funny? A lot of the time, men doing that actually makes things worse for themselves, because a lot of men complain about the quality of women outside of the bedroom, but you still get with them. You still give them the best experience. You still give them all of your time and energy. Why would they be motivated to be more? Why would they? I wouldn't if I was them. I'd probably be complacent too. Helen said, "This live is calm, just how I like it. Too much crazy on this app." I'm glad. Helen probably is a Libra. That's probably why she likes like calmness. Us Libras are like that. Mo said, "This is why you need friends to balance out these things." What do you mean by that, Mose? Flaminio said, "Hi, what's the topic?" So you just came in here now. But we've been speaking about the importance of seeking mental alignment when it comes to relationships and dating. Lily said, 20 minutes with talking to a bloke and I can see if we mentally connect. If not, no further. Okay, 20 minutes is quite quick though. Do you feel like that's too quick? Like you're being harsh? Or you're like, nah, I definitely can look out within 20 minutes? Shan said, yes, I was just talking about this. Helen's a Leo. Miss V's about to hate on me. That's why she's saying stop it. We all like calm. Are you sure? The Capricorns like calm? Because I don't know. I think you guys like chaos, right? Mary said, excuse you, Pisces love calm. Yeah, Pisces is very healthy though, so yeah, I ain't gonna take that away from you. Jasmine said, I don't care if the SEX is on a different dimension. If our mindsets ain't in sync. Okay. So do you feel like you've always been that way? Or did you have to go through lessons to kind of like think that way? Lily said, all right, instead of 20 minutes, you'll give 1 hour max. See, at least 1 hour, because sometimes you could miss certain stuff depending on what you're doing as well. Because certain environments bring things out of people. So you never know. You could be surprised. Lily said, the way to be able to tell is not to sleep with them until you know. Okay. Interesting. I ain't gonna say no to that. Because at least you're doing discernment. Mo said, if you do these things with friends, it won't be the thing you attach to. Okay, I think I see what you mean. Jasmine's a Gemini. Isabella said, I only like Libra and Gemini placements. So what are you, Isabella? Hold on. Shan said, I think I could tell in 20. I could tell from afar, to be honest. So you mean, when you say you could tell from afar, if you mentally connect with him, you can tell that from afar. And when you say from afar, do you mean without even speaking to the guy? Is that what you mean? Wes said, you ever come to the States, bro? The last time I was in the States was literally like five years ago or something. I was in LA. That's where I used to do boxing training. All right, here's a boxing glove. So people ask about it, but boxing is very close to my heart. But I'm going to be doing that world tour. I'm telling you guys, we're doing the events first in London, but we're gonna take this around the world. I'm gonna go to the places where I obviously have a bigger following. What part of states are you from, Wes? But we're gonna do events in London, South Africa. I got a following there. Canada as well, because I literally can see in the stats. Canada. I got a following in Brazil too, which is good since I'm planning to go Brazil. You know, learning Spanish, Portuguese, anyway. Moon Sun said, "I can tell by the look in their eyes." So you can tell just from the look in their eyes if you mentally connect. That's very powerful. Lily said, "See, for me, it starts with the intangibles. I cannot lay down with someone I don't have peace of mind about." I actually think if more people, it doesn't have to be like 100% of the time and all of that stuff, but I think people should generally at least have that mindset. Do you get what I'm saying? There'd probably be a lot less complaints, a lot less. I was with this guy. He ain't this. He ain't that. She ain't this. She ain't that. She brought nothing to the blah blah blah. You know, we save a lot of time. I think if everyone had that mindset generally. Shan said, "Yeah, I can observe from afar and tell they're not for me. I'm big on energy." Okay, Shan's has got that. She got that discernment. She got that discernment we all need. Hold on, let's see. Healthy friendships in relationships. That's what Mo said. Moonsun said, "Good. I can next year meet you in Brazil." Moonsun, are you in Brazil? Lauren Jade, he said, "This is why walks and active dates intrigue me because I get to know someone as well as how they act in public." Facts. I think that's a good point. I think to me, walks are actually one of the best things because it's just you and the person, if that makes sense. So you can only just vibe. If you don't vibe, you'll know. Do you get what I'm saying? There's nothing else you're relying on. And even if there's a bit of activities that you do, I still think there should be like in between space, even if it's the drive where it's like, okay, let's just sit and chill and talk quiet, just me and you, or just walking by the sea or the river. I think that's extremely calming too. But I think that's important. Hold on. Lily said, "Time for bed." For me, night, it's been emotional. Good night, Lily. Hope you're on tomorrow or the next time we go on. And again, if you usually I post the updates to when I'm going live. I post it on my Instagram story. So should follow me there. Miss EXO said, "Lily Water, thanks for that gift. The baby. Me as a baby." Mary said, "Yes, walks by the water." Hold on. Moon Sun said, "I think to feel the chemistry is important." Facts. Lily said, "Insta, please send it." Can Miss V or Iman or Lily, one of the mods, can you put my Instagram in? Yeah, Iman just put my Instagram in. Hold on. Jade said, "Hate when men rely on something other than conversation. Like forget the phone and TV, let's talk." Facts. Okay, let me scroll up because I'm missing some stuff. Hold on. Okay. Iman Art said, "What's the most interesting thing you've learned about a woman on a walk?" The most interesting thing. I can't think specifically of the most interesting thing, but to me, the most interesting thing is hearing her story. You know, hearing her story and also hearing her humor. That's the most interesting thing you learn on a walk. Because I feel like this, you should be able to put me and her in just a room with nothing there, and we could have a whale of a time. That's how I feel it should be. And if that's the case, I'd love to do fun things outside of that too. But if me and you can't just have total fun, just me and you, laugh, giggle, joke, blah, 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 have humor, go deep dive into certain stories and all of that, then yeah, I don't know. We might we might be relying on other things outside of ourselves. Moonsun said, I think, oh wait, hold on, I read that already. Mary said, yes, walks by water, the best. Wes said, women fall in love with what they hear though, and guys lie to get sex. I'm assuming you're saying that because like on a walk and stuff, when it is just the guy speaking, he would just put on an act. I think it is good that was it Miss XO you said this, that you could tell from afar. And a couple of you said this, that you could tell from afar just by the look of his eye and his energy and stuff like that. Well, good thing then that divinity programmed women to have a deeper connection to their intuition so that they can, if they use it, they can feel when a man is BSing. But to be fair, I'll also say this: women lie too. You know, women lie too and put up a front. So women are actually good at shape shifting. So a woman, if she's good at kind of seeing what you're into, I've seen some girl. She made a TikTok about this actually, saying when she likes a guy, she learns what he's about and she just mirrors what he likes. And there's nothing wrong with that to an extent, but if you're losing your own individual perspective and identity, which a guy really wants to appreciate you for, then yeah, perhaps that's going on onto the lengths of manipulation a little bit. So men and women do it. Miss XO said the eyes are the window to the soul. All right, guys, we'll go for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Yeah, I think that's an hour. Or maybe more. Mary said, okay, now you're talking my love language. Love that. Jade said, facts, I want to feel entertained off you, not everything around you. For sure. Did you know, apparently, some scientists say that one of the best dates to do for the first time is, what is it? Theme parks. Because you know, when you go on the theme park, you're going up the ride, your body thinks it's about to die, release of chemicals, all of that stuff, release of fear. And fear, the emotional response, chemically, the same, fear is the same as the excited feeling. So when you're extremely excited about something, let's say you're anxious about something, but you're excited, it's actually the same chemical responses when you're anxious about something, but you're fearful. So it's like, what happens then is you attribute that feeling of fear and anxiety that was happening on the ride, you attribute it to the excitement of being with them. And you might be excited with being with them, but your body doesn't really know the difference. So scientists say that's actually a very good first date. But then the only thing is then you're kind of relying on a crutch. Do you get what I'm saying? You're relying on the crutch of the theme park to do the hard work for you. Mo said to watch a horror movie at the cinema for a first date, and I've heard that too. I don't know if it was the same research that I was reading, but maybe it was a different source. But yeah, horror movies are extremely stimulating too. But the only thing is, when it comes to cinema, is you don't get any talking time at all. So you could go to the cinema, and you don't really feel like you're any closer with the person because for 2-3 hours you didn't talk. You was just looking at something else. Jade said, food and long walk is the best in my opinion. Long walk, that's not bad. What food do you like, Jade? Out of curiosity. Wes said women can read rooms and social places better than men, so they'll be able to pick out certain guys. It's interesting you say that, Wes. It's interesting that you say that. Because in the next book, Intuition, or the next book for women, the next book I'm going to try and make it for men. It'll be about leadership and relationship. But the next book, which is the part 2 to my first book, Healing the Feminine Energy, the next book is going to be about nurturing your feminine energy, supercharging it, right? And we're going to speak about intuition and trusting your intuition. Miss XO said, because Jade said food and long walk is the best in my opinion. Miss XO said mine would be a bag of chips and a view at the top of a hill. Oh, top of the hill. When you're at the top and then you're looking like at the view, like the environment, because you're so high, it looks so good. For sure. I'm with you on that one. Miss V said, or do you talk in the cinema and people shush you? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're trying to talk, you're trying to get to know the person. Someone just looks behind, gives you that look like, nah, you gotta stop speaking. We're trying to listen. Hold on. Jade said strawberries and chocolate is my favorite thing ever. Okay, nice. Sounds like a movie. Iman said looking forward to the next book. Yeah, new books coming soon for sure. Hold on. Mo said leadership and men in the same sentence makes me smile. Well, I'm happy you say that. Happy you say that. And I really truly believe that's all women, even if some of them think that, they're like, oh, I don't want a man to lead. I guarantee you, they do. They do. They're just thinking about the toxic expressions or the bad experiences that they've had that make them feel guarded, for sure. Because whenever I speak about the expression of healthy masculinity, even the women that thought they had a bad perception of masculinity, they never have a problem with it. They're like, yeah, yeah, I'd love that. Lily said, especially after being intentionally single for so long, I see so clearly through people. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we got to 9K likes today. Jade said the walk is always a special spot. Is always a walk. The walk is always to a special spot with a view. That's why not everyone makes it past dinner. Fair enough. Damn. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna come off in a sec. Again, if you want updates for the TikTok lives, I'll try to post them on my Instagram story, so you might want to follow that. It's Reemus B, which is the same as TikTok, which you can just go to the link in my bio. Also, I upload the TikToks. I re-upload these streams onto YouTube, but I also really release a new video on YouTube every day. So I can't remember what today's video was about because it was scheduled from beforehand, but ones that you might find interesting that are on the YouTube at the moment is 3 things you need to know about projecting masculine energy if you're a man. 3 things to know about your feminine energy. That's also on the channel. Another one coming soon is 3 signs that you're in your masculine energy. 3 signs that you're in your feminine energy. Healing your feminine energy, healing your masculine energy. How to know if it's wounded. That's in on the YouTube soon too. But of course, if you want us to talk about this stuff live with other people who are also on the same path, thank you, Shans, for the rose. I appreciate it. And anyone else who sent a rose that I missed. But again, the live event that we're doing, the first one that we're doing is February the 5th. So if you want to come, it'll be in London. So far, it's going to be in East London we're looking at. But the location is going to be confirmed very soon, right? By next week, hopefully. We just got to get things finalized. But it's looking like it's going to be towards East London. The link is in bio, as Iman said. She put the date and the title of the event. Wes just said, when's that exclusive live coming? I probably will start doing them from next week. So the exclusive live TikToks that I'm going to be doing will be for like on TikTok now. You can have special subscribers, right? That are subscribed to the TikTok, and on that you're like a certified member with a badge, valued in the community, and the lives we'll be doing will be like separate to these public lives. So if you're a subscriber, and it won't be too much. It won't be too much. But if you're a subscriber, we'll have exclusive lives where we'll go deeper into all of this stuff, like hardcore information, wisdom, techniques, more people sharing coming up, and all of that stuff. So we'll be doing that soon. But again, the live in person event is February the 5th, and right now it's early bird ticket, so it's cheaper if you get it now. There's 7 left. All right. So just go to the link in bio. Miss XO said, no, stay, don't leave us. Well, we'll be coming on again tomorrow anyway, so it's all good. Letitia, you sent a rose. I appreciate that. But I hope you guys have a good rest of the day or night, depending on where you're from. I hope you have a good, positive, healthy sleep or a healthy day. And I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. But again, on my Instagram, that's when I will put on updates on my story. Mary said good night. Good night. Too much of a good thing is on. All right. See you guys later, yeah? Link in bio for all the rest of the stuff. Good night, Lily.